All right, you guys today are going to be working on section 6.7, which we selected for a day we knew we wouldn't be here because it's very similar to something we've done before. So what you need to do, which hopefully, obviously you're doing already, is use the videos to prompt you through. So once this video is over, there's one more that's gonna take you through the back of the notes, and then that'll should be enough for you to go ahead and start practicing this new material. So as a review, what you need to be able to do before starting the new section is graph lines. So what I'd like you to do is pause the video, take a few minutes to complete part 1A, B, and C, and see how you do. Restart the video, and then see if your answers matched mine. And if they didn't, listen to my explanation, and hopefully that will help you, because you have to be able to do this, or else you're going to struggle with this new section. So for part A, my slope is 2. My y-intercept is -1. Remember, when we graph, we always start with our y-intercept. So my y-intercept is -1. My slope is 2, which is telling me to go up 2. And I can put it over 1, over 1. Up 2, over 1. Up 2, over 1. So there's my graph right there. All the solutions to this line or to this equation are on this line. Now if we look at the next one, my slope is -1/2. My y-intercept is 6. So if I would graph that, I start with my y-intercept, which is up 6. Put a point there. A slope of -1/2 tells me to go down 1 over 2. So down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. And then I can complete my line. Again, all the solutions to that line, or to that equation, would be all of the ordered pairs on this line. And then for C, this one I put on here just as a reminder. We just did this on our last test, so hopefully you remember. We have y equals 3. Remember, think X, Y, Van Halen. This is going to be a horizontal line. So the way I like to do it is I find, well, where is 3 on the y-axis, which is here? And then these are all the points where y is going to equal 3. So I'm going to make a horizontal line this way. Notice a line like this works very differently with M and B. So if you want to fill this out, the B would be 3. That's definitely our y-intercept. Our slope would be 0 when it's horizontal. So hopefully you did okay with those, and that's pretty familiar to you. So now we're going to talk about what's new. So if you look at the next section where it's y is less than 2x plus 1, I'm just going to move this. Notice I have the same exact equations as I had above. So you can refer back to the graph directly above this. The only thing that's changed now is instead of equal signs, we have inequality symbols. So that's the only thing that's changing. Our line is going to look almost exactly the same with just a few minor changes. So just as we said before, my slope is 2, my y-intercept is 1. So I graph my y-intercept at 1. My slope of 2 tells me to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. But this is where the change happens. Notice this is a less than symbol. If it's a less than symbol, it's telling you all the solutions to this equation are below the line. And there's no equal sign, so it's saying the points on the line are not solutions either. So all the solutions are below this line. So you can fill in this note down here. If you have a less than symbol, it's a dotted line or a dashed line, and you're going to shade below. So what that means is, let's say my line looks like this. It's going to be dashed, and all my shading is going to be below it like this. All my solutions are going to be where the shading would occur. So remember, with inequalities, a difference between an inequality and an equation is equations have less solutions than inequalities. Inequalities cover a whole range of solutions. So when I finish this line, I want it to be dashed, so I'm just going to do some dashes to complete that line, and that just shows that solutions on the line are not solutions. So I should say ordered pairs on the line are not solutions. And then I want to shade below the line, which is going to be on this side. So all of my solutions to this inequality are in this purple shading right here. Again, the line is pretty much the same. It's in the same spot. It has the same slope, same y-intercept, but we just have to see, do I make it solid? Do I make it dashed? Do I shade above? Do I shade below? All right, the next one, my slope is -1/2. My y-intercept is 6. So again, you can use the one above as a guide. So here's my y-intercept. My slope of -1/2 went down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. Now we have a greater than symbol. So again, we don't have an equal sign, so it's going to be a dotted or a dashed line. But now it's saying all the solutions are above that line. So I'm going to shade above. Greater, if you think about numbers are greater, it's numbers that are higher, so think shading above. So to finish this line, I'm going to make it dashed, and I'm going to shade up here. So all of my solutions would be the ordered pairs in this purple region. All right, last one is y is less than or equal to 3. So we already talked about how the slope of this line we know is 0, the y-intercept is 3, and that line was right along here. Now, notice this one does have an equal sign. So what that's saying is all of the solutions are below, because it's less than, and also on the line y equals 3. So I can make this a solid line. The only thing that changes is, because it's an inequality, not just these points are solutions, but also all of the solutions below, because it's less than. So all of the solutions to y is less than or equal to 3 would be in this purple region and on that blue line. So just to fill in the notes here, if it's a less than or equal to, the equal to tells me it's a solid line. The less than tells me I'm going to shade below. If it's greater than or equal to, again, the equal to tells me it's a solid line. The greater than tells me I'm going to shade above. So as we're doing more examples and as you guys are practicing, you have to refer to this, because these notes right here are really going to help you. So even if you want to like write it on another piece of paper so you don't have to keep flipping over, that will be very helpful to you. Now what I'd like you to do is stop this video. It's going to end. Head to the second part where we're just going to do a few more examples together.